I did videos about black fathers not being or being within the home of their children. And, it's a lot of different things and moving parts that play into why some of our black fathers are not within the black household. But I want you guys to take a listen to this new study that was done as far as black fathers being in the homes. Now, I can't play the video because I don't want no issues with Complex, but I will play the audio for you guys. So you guys take a listen to this.
Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Tamara Dia for Complex News. With racial tension at an extreme high in America right now, it's always refreshing to see a stereotype get completely debunked. In a study conducted by the Center for Disease Control, the myth that black men are absent fathers was dispelled. When news outlets report on black fatherhood, it's often depicted as a crisis, further reinforcing the idea that black men are not there to raise their children. But the data that the CDC gathered paints quite a different picture. In the study built upon years of research, the results indicated that black dads are actually more involved with their kids on a daily basis than other racial groups. From changing diapers to playing with their children to helping with homework, black fathers were statistically more hands-on than white and Latino fathers. Tara Culp-Bressler of Think Progress noted that equal numbers of black dads and white dads tend to agree that it's important to be a father who provides emotional support, discipline, and moral guidance. There's one area of divergence in the way the two groups approach their parental responsibilities. Black dads are even more likely to think it's important to financially provide for their children. The study also compared dads that were living with their kids and those who were not, and black fathers were still significantly more present. So for those arguing that the turmoil occurring in places such as Ferguson, Baltimore, and black communities across America is a result of absent, ineffectual fathers, I'm talking to you, Rand Paul. Maybe it's time people stop pointing all the blame at underprivileged parents who are just doing their best to raise their children and take an honest inventory of what's really holding these communities back.
Always.
Okay, so you guys heard what Complex had to say as far as black fathers being in the home. And like I said, there's a lot of moving parts to why a lot of our fathers are missing out of the home. And, I've spoken about this in previous videos, and I've said that we had a lot of different things that contribute to the black man not being, or black father not being in the household. And it goes into racism. It goes into our black fathers being cast out of the work field. It goes into the prison industrial complex, welfare, and I can go on and on. And see, what's happened is that what the media would do, or people who want to push a certain narrative about black men, what they'll do is they'll take, a single black mother that's bitter or distraught, about probably poor decisions that she made as far as choosing a father to be to her children. And what they'll do is they'll put them on the talk shows. I mean, we've seen them all through the 90s, black women on there talking about the black man and how he's a deadbeat, and et cetera, et cetera. And we've seen it in the new millennium too. So they'll push that. They'll push the movies and the TV shows of, the black father not being in the home. And that's why I have respect for the sister that played the mother of Good Times, because originally that show was going to be just the mother raising the three kids as a single mother, but she refused to do the show if I forgot, I believe his name is John Amos, if he hadn't came onto the show and there was a father figure in the household. So I do respect those who use their celebrity to make a certain impact and to push a certain image that is not always seen in a day-to-day society. But all throughout American history, there's been things that have tried to pull the black man out of the home. And the reason why they do this is basically to push a power structure. See, they know that the black father in the home, that's the head. That's the black father is the leader of the home, or supposed to be the leader. And they figure, okay, well, if we take the leader out, if we take the head out of the system, then it's easy to manipulate the woman, and then she'll go down and she'll manipulate the kids to conform to our power structure. And a lot of people don't understand this about, things that go on within our community. People just think that, black men are just, where it's in our DNA not to step up and take care of our responsibilities, or we just don't want to be responsible, when that's not the case. Now, we do have certain black men or black mothers, because there is a lot of single parent fathers out here who are handling their business, that maybe, the mother neglected the family. But we have a lot of black fathers out there who take care of their responsibility, but that's not always pushed. Or we have those who have basically neglected their responsibility and has became the voice and the face for the entire black male population. So, when we look at the issue that we have with fathers not being in the household and not being in the black community's household, there's a lot of different things moving within that situation, and it's important that we educate ourselves about it, because if you don't educate yourself about it, or you don't educate your children about it, whether there's a father in the household or not, what's going to happen is that they're going to grow up and they're going to build animosity towards the black man. And with animosity, being adopted within a child's mindset, along with growing up in a single parent household, that's why you have a lot of these young males out here, switching and talking like females, or, they think it's cool to put on lip gloss and lipstick and dresses, playing into a homosexual type of lifestyle. Now, this is not to say that, there isn't an issue with black fathers being in the homes within the black community, but what I'm saying is that it's not the end all be all. You can't put all the ills and say, oh, well, the condition of the black community is because of single parent housing. That's bullshit, because we got a lot of issues within households with single parents and households with two parents, and households that are not necessarily of black Americans. So it's not the end of the spectrum when we talking about the black community and single parent households. But my thing is that, and I was talking to a friend of mine the other day about this, and I was saying that there's more fathers in the household that people care to mention. There's a lot of brothers out there stepping up that are in the household, because let's keep it real. Throughout the generations, a lot of us have grown up in single parent households. So you got a lot of brothers nowadays that are like, what, whether I'm working a bullshit minimum wage job, or whether I'm just trying to get by day to day, or hustling my way through school, or whatever you trying to do to make it to that next step. No matter what, I'm going to be in my children's lives. You got brothers right now in court fighting for custody of their children, or just to have visitation rights, because we got a lot of women out here who are very vindictive, that use the children as a pawn. And they'll say, and let's keep it real, we all know somebody like this. You got a lot of women out here that'll say, yo, me and you are not rocking right now, or I got an issue with what you're doing, so I'm going to keep you away from your kids. And the justice system favors the women within that predicament, because they love to see, black men not in the household, because they know, okay, well, this black man is not in there, or, the black family is torn apart, or you got the black woman and the black man bickering back and forth with each other, which is why, I said a lot of this bullshit we just got to cut out and put our differences to the side. But they love to see that, because when that dynamic is going on, there's no progression. It's just chaos. It's chaos amongst us. It's chaos amongst us and the power structure and the racism that's going on. And it's just chaos all the way around. So, basically why I wanted to come out and do this video is I wanted to, let, my brothers know out there, and let my sisters know out there, and white folks, that everything that is going on in society, or whether, certain race relations that's going on, and things that are going on within the black community, is not strictly the reason because we have some black fathers who are missing within the household. It's a lot of different moving parts that people don't like to talk about, but it's easy just to throw it on the black community and say, oh, it's just, that's their problem, or the black man don't want to step up, or, the black woman is just a whore, and, et cetera, et cetera. The same stuff we've been hearing year after year that is untrue. But I'll leave a link to the video if you guys want to actually check it out. But before we go out here and we attack each other, and we ridicule each other about things that have been pushed by the so-called dominant society. Let's read. Let's educate ourselves. Let's educate our children. Let's find out what's really going on out here before we jump to conclusions and are quick to ridicule each other. But I'm out. Peace.